Evening, everybody. Just thought, just having a play around on the Streamlabs. It's been a while since I've used this one. All good this end, Stephanie. I hope things are well with you and Janet. I hope everybody's well. How are you doing, Paris? Sorry we missed each other last night. It was getting a little bit unpleasant, so it was getting a bit late. So I decided to call it a night and have an early one, just after midnight. So I called it. Was there something that we can have a chat about now, or did you want to go? Did you want a private chat? So at the moment, all I wanted to do was to set StreamYards up tonight, just to see how it goes, whether I want to use Streamlabs or StreamYards. But at the moment, StreamYard this one seems to be the better. I do like the visual graphics that come with it. Oh, you're thinking about a laptop? Okay. I was looking through. I'm not sure how you're situated, but Currys do quite a good entry level. I'm not sure what your budget will be. But they do some quite decent refurbished ones for, I don't know, it depends what you're going to use it for. They've got some refurbished ones, so they do come with a guarantee. If you get, I was thinking about getting one as a spare for holidays, but I decided not to in the end. I've just used my little tablet and my phone in the end. But you can get a half decent one from PC World for about 150. If you spend a little bit more, you can get more RAM. I suppose if you want to use streaming on that, you need probably at least a minimum of 8 GB RAM. But it all depends on what your budget is, really. I don't want to spend your money for you, but normally with laptops, if you can get the best one that you can afford, you get more money. But I think if you're going to use it for streaming and doing this sort of thing, you need at least 8 GB of RAM. That will certainly stop any problems with lagging or glitching and all that. This particular one, I've got 16 gig of RAM in it. Yeah, you should be able to get a decent one for that, Paris. If you go have a look on Currys. Well, it's not PC World anymore now, is it? It's Currys. If you go onto the Currys website, you'll find something that will suit your budget. Yeah, I mean that's a good price to get a decent refurbished one. If you, I would look online. They won't keep everything that they've got on the internet in the shop, but if you can find something that's suitable, what they'll do is they'll get it in the shop the next day, or you can get it delivered. But for £200, I would imagine you get something quite decent for that from PC World. If you get a new one, you can get a budget one for about 150, but you should be able to get a decent one, refurbished one, which is not to be sniffed at, because you're getting a decent refurbished piece of kit, but comes with a guarantee. So that's really what you should be looking for. But I think you should be able to get a decent one for that. And I think what you also need there, Paris, is a smash screen that will stop you from bashing it next time. Because I think you damaged it last time, didn't you? Yeah, so I'm just having a muck about with this tonight. I've got it. I'm looking at this on from Restream, and it should be streaming through to YouTube. I'm not sure if it's going to come through. I'm just having a muck about with this. Sorry about this. I don't mean to be rude, but I'm just having a play around with this tonight. Yeah, I do remember that one, Paris. I was there that night. I think from memory, I could be wrong, but was there a little bit of alcohol involved as well? So I did hear last night, Paris, that you were living at or staying at a friend's place at the moment because of the river being a bit over flooded. It's the same where I am at the moment. I live quite close to a river, and a lot of the bridges that go across the river and the fields that go around are all, all the fields are flooded. But probably about 5 or 6 years ago, there was a residential caravan park about 5 miles away, and quite a few of the caravans were, well, to be honest, quite a few of them were washed away. So I can imagine that must be awful when you get into that. But remember that it was about 3, 4, 5 years ago when we had that really bad wet spell. It was during that spell, and it's so awful for those people, Yeah, that's the trouble. You do miss your own place, you do miss your own comforts at home. Have you got your dog? Just have you got? Did you have one dog, Paris, or two? I seem to remember you had two. So was that helpful, Paris, about the laptop? Oh, okay. I expect they must be thinking it's a bit odd as well, but they'll soon get used to going back home. How long do you think you'll be where you are now? Because I think I was watching you yesterday on the other stream, and I think you're doing a do, aren't you, with decorating while you're there? Okay, Paris, that's good. That's good. I think it's. Have you got anything to use to look on the internet? Have you got a phone? Obviously, you haven't got a laptop at the moment, but if you've got a phone, you can have a look what they've got. Yeah, I mean, I was looking through not many weeks ago, and some of the budget ones start about 130 quid, so it's quite affordable. If you've got more of a budget, you can drive the spec up a little bit, so you get the more spec you get more bang for your buck, so to speak. So yeah, we had to the rifle club where I shoot. They had to get a new laptop. It's the one that we use to book in when we go in and register, when we go in and shoot. And they only needed something that was basic, but they got one of those, like a half decent one, over and above really what they wanted or what they needed. But I think for that price, though, Paris, you should be able to find something that would really be suitable for what you're looking at. But if I would go for the biggest RAM that you could get. The two figures that I would be looking at was the RAM and the size of the memory in the computer. Like the biggest memory, if you can get a 500 gigabyte, obviously the more you pay for the laptop, the bigger hard drive you'll get. But you should be able to get at least a 250 gigabyte. But it depends. There again, it depends what you're going to use it for. If you're going to put lots of files together, then you might be better off getting a plug-in hard drive, memory hard drive. I got a 2 gigabyte. I think it's a Panasonic hard drive that I plug in occasionally, and I put a lot of photographs and video files on through the laptop. I do a lot of video editing as well. I got Pinnacle Studio Ultimate 26, which is the one that I use for doing other videos. But if I do videos for YouTube, I use Clipchamp. Clipchamp is quite simple to use, and it's got a lot of features on it, and it's getting a lot better. Especially in the last couple of months, they've put a lot of free features in it as well. If you're putting stuff together, and it's really good to edit. Quite a simple one, and they've got soundtracks like YouTube. But I'm sort of happy with Clipchamp at the moment, which is comes with pretty much most computers nowadays. If you haven't got it on your laptop, then it's certainly something you can download. But it's quite a good video editing tool, really, Clipchamp. If you got stuff a bit more, not professional, but if you've got some higher grade stuff that you want to keep, then I use my other software that I keep, and then I get as soon as I put stuff on the internet, all of the original files that I put on, I get rid of off of the computer. Sorry about my phone ringing. Not my phone. It's messages coming in. Yeah, I keep the as much clutter off of my laptop as I can. So once I do put stuff on YouTube or on the internet, whatever, I just get rid of all the original files. So that once it goes on the internet, if it gets lost, it gets lost. But all my personal stuff, I put it on a separate hard drive. So that's something you can pick up a plug-in USB 64 gigabyte plug-in, like a memory stick. They're not very expensive. I don't know how much they are, but again, you get what you pay for, I suppose. But I think with I've got a couple of 64 plug-in ones that I use if I need to take some files to somewhere. Like if I go to family in Swindon, I'll take some photographs up on a memory stick rather than taking the laptop, and I can just plug in the other end and download the files rather than taking my laptop. But that's always handy to have as well. You've probably got a load of those already. Well, I try to keep all of the or as much memory off of my laptop as I can. So, like I say, once I edit a file or it goes on YouTube, the edited file that is still on my laptop, I just delete it. So once it's on YouTube, it stays there, and that is the file that I've got. So I just minimise what. It doesn't really take an awful lot to plug up a computer, as you know only probably too well. So I hope that gives you some help. Like I say, I'm just mucking about tonight. I did a muck about this afternoon or yesterday using StreamYard, but I did have a StreamYard account about 5 years ago, and I was looking back through it, and it was they were doing a special offer, and it was I think it was £89 for a year, which I thought was a good price because at the time they were selling that for about 170, and I thought it was worth a punt just to see how I got on with it. But like I said on the last stream, it's one of those things. If you don't use it regularly enough, you do lose. You forget how to use it. It's a bit like riding a bike. But this one was fairly quick tonight. I didn't mind doing that. It was quite happy to set this one up. It didn't take me too long to set it up. But, there's still one or two little tweaks I want to do. And once I finish this stream, we'll go over to the YouTube channel, and I'll see what it looks like over there. So I'll just keep this going for 5 or 10 minutes or so, and then I'll pull this one off. Is there anything else, Paris, that you needed to know about what might be suitable, or you're happy with that? Yeah, so the two important figures I think you need to look for is get as much memory as you can. 256 would probably be a minimum. 500 is better. Likewise with the RAM, I don't think 4 gigabyte of RAM would be any. Really, I think you'd be struggling to do editing and streams. But if you get 8 gigabytes of RAM, that should really help you doing streams. Yeah, I could change it, but at the moment there's other. I just thought for a change that this would be. Let me have a muck about, see what I can put on. This was the one I was going to put on, but I did see another stream the other night using this. This sort of, it's not too bad, that one. Well, I've got to say, people, I don't know who's going to be ending up listening to this, but it's certainly been a mismatch of all the crazy people seems to be coming out lately, and I don't really care what you think about me saying that because you know it is what it is. You know, it's a bit like an old Wild West at the moment, isn't it? Out there, everybody going bonkers and all the rest of it. I was watching a few streams yesterday from people that I had seen for a while, and I did see Silly Central. That was it. I did see Silly Central, and I saw Convid was chased out a little bit, so that was quite interesting and worth a watch. So if anybody wants to look at that Silly Central stream last night, that was funny. Quite funny the evening that was. Well, I think I'll leave that one on. Leave that one on for the moment. Yeah, so sorry for everybody mucking about tonight. It was really I just wanted to set up just to refresh my memory about how to do this and to get back in the saddle. Actually, to get really shake off the cobweb, so to speak. So. Just bear with me 1 second. It's been a while since I've done that as well. Put a link in. So I'm going to round this off at half an hour, and then I can watch it back once it renders up to or through to YouTube and see what happens at the other end. So I hope that's been helpful, Paris. Like I say, I think you should be able to get a decent machine for that sort of price. Yeah, but like I say, treat it a bit better than the last one. Um, yeah, I can remember. I can remember the shock when you. I don't know if you still got it on your list, but it was, the shock and the horror when you'd realise what you did. It was. I think you taught me a few new swear words then that night. It was quite funny to watch. So, like I say, for me, this is a refresh my memory tonight on StreamYard. So, not sure who else is about tonight. I've been. I'm very well aware of that, Paris. And I hope that I wouldn't say you're recovering anymore, but everything's working out well. And I know you did touch on it a bit yesterday, but I hope everything's working out fine, and you're not in any discomfort now, and looking forward to the future. Right, we're just coming up to 30 minutes, which is longer than I was expecting. So, like I say, I was going to keep it to about 30 minutes. So, I might try again a little bit later. I'm not going to promise, but I might try a few little tweaks and see what happens a little bit later. But thanks, Paris. Hopefully, you can have a look around and find something that's suitable. But if you go into the shop, they don't have any refurbished stuff in the shop. You have to go onto their website, and they'll get it to the shop the following day. Yeah, I know we're all looking forward to that summer coming up there, Paris. How's I would imagine that where you are, the track is still a little bit, must be quite boggy at the moment, even after all that work you did last year. Okay, so everybody, thanks for stopping by, listening to this live and or on catch up. I'm gonna have a look at it on the tubes, and we'll catch up another time. Yeah, that's one of the problems with trying to deal with what you've got there, Paris, especially when your neighbours are not overly neighbourly when it comes to that problem. But it's a difficult one, really, isn't it? Anyway, Paris, have a good evening. If I don't come back on this evening, I'll probably have a mooch about on some of the other channels. But catch up with you soon, Paris. Thanks for dropping by tonight. Hopefully, that's what you were looking at, having a chat about. You should be able to get a decent machine for that sort of figure. So have a look on their website, but they don't sell any refurbished machines in the shop. You can't go in and see. You have to pretty much check on their internet and then order it, and they'll get it delivered either to you or to an address or to the shop, and you pick it up the next day. That's the best. Excuse me. That's the best that I can offer you advice-wise at the moment. So good luck with that. I'm sure you'll find something that will be suitable. Okay then, folks. Paris, have a lovely evening. If we don't catch up before, we'll catch up next time. So have a good evening, everybody, and we'll catch up soon. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.